Hi there, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy midweek. Happy Wednesday. I wanted to jump on really quickly and check in with you because I don't know about you, but weather here has been very, very interesting. And I know all across the world we've been experiencing some very big events with weather. So this week for us, as we're looking out, we've got a day here on Friday where it's going to be mid 70s, and then Saturday it's going to be in the 30s. And I look at that, and the first thing that comes to mind is drastic change in clothes needed, most definitely. And how am I going to get through this big change? And that's one of the things that yogis are very adept at over the years, the more they practice. So what you'll find is that on your path, as you study yoga, you become more aware, and it's easier to make transitions or changes over time. And even as I'm talking, I'm noticing the lighting in my space is getting very interesting. I have these moments where things seem really bright and where they get dark. There it goes again. So we have those places and those moments where we're surprised. And as a yogi, we say, okay, there'll be a moment where my breath is taken away, maybe where I go from one extreme to the other, a transition. And how can I handle that? How can I weather that? Can I weather it with grace and with an easefulness? Or do I end up discombobulated, feeling shaky and off? And really what it comes down to is integrity in our alignment. So if you think of it as a flowing yoga practice, like you're doing sun salutes. In our sun salute, we take our mountain pose, and we sweep our arms overhead, and we flow through plank and chaturanga, the yoga push-up, and down to our belly, maybe to cobra and downward dog, and we make our way back to mountain. Now, that's quite a number of poses linked together. And there are some common denominators that we can really ground and root ourselves in as we change or transition from pose to pose. And one of those things is foundation, whatever part of your body is touching the floor. So it might be the feet, it might be the hands. And if you can plant your feet and hands and allow them to remain constant as you flow through the different poses, you'll find that there's an easefulness, a contentedness, a sukha that comes over you rather than a hardship, the dukkha. And with this, you'll find that it's enjoyable transitions. You don't have to fear them. You don't have to worry about putting yourself in harm's way because you've set a foundation, you're aware, and you've got integrity in your alignment. So here's an example just in day-to-day life. So let's say you're walking down the sidewalk and you're getting ready to cross the street and you're waiting for the light to change. And just as the light changes, you take that step off of the curb and a car whizzes by you and your heart leaps into your throat. And you think, oh my goodness gracious, where did they come from? I didn't see them. Didn't they see me? What in the world just happened? Your heart is racing, you've gotten sweaty and clammy, and you're on that hyper alert, sensitive mode. Well, if we were to continue to go through the rest of our day like that, things would seem quite frazzled and overwhelming. Where we want to find ourselves is we want to say, okay, listen, yes, it was a surprise. That car came out of nowhere. I could have been flattened, but I wasn't. Everything's okay. I'm all right, and now I'm getting ready to move on to the next thing. So how quickly can you get back to a relaxed heart rate, a place where you're not twitching, a place where your breath is steady, and you feel safe, you feel at ease? So it's that time period, going from that surprise and shock back to the centeredness that really allows us to know how well we're doing on our path or progress as a yogi. So what I invite you to do is I invite you to do your sun salute today and sneak it in. And when you do the sun salute, I want you to be very aware in mountain pose of the four corners of your feet. Root down through the mound of the big toe, the inner heel, the mound of the pinky toe, and the outer heel. And as you do that, imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet deep down into the earth. And then as you flow with the arms overhead and then down into your forward bend, Continue to feel the strength and power in your legs. As you transition into plank pose, ground through the four corners of the hands. And now the hands are going to remain constant through the next three poses. Here in plank, you have the center of your wrist lined up with the outer edge of your shoulders. You root through the mound of the index finger, the mound of the thumb, the mound of the pinky finger, and the outer heel of the hand. And as you root through those four corners, the hands remain. You slowly lower through chaturanga, maybe to your belly. Hands remain, they don't change as you inhale and you sweep your chest forward and up into cobra. Hands remain constant as you exhale and you lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. And you take a breath or two here. And then from downward dog, you step or jump the feet forward. And then finally on the inhale, lengthening the spine forward. Exhale, folding. And then inhaling the arms back up overhead. And then to undulate. And just notice how simply having or maintaining integrity with the foundation of the hands and the feet in a sun salute can bring a wonderful sense of calm to you, even after a surprise. So good luck this week, wherever you are. Know that I'm thinking about you, and I hope you're doing well. Oh, hi, Billy. It's so good to see you. Talk about being able to handle stress with ease, especially being able to improvise on the spot. My wonderful younger brother, the actor, the Shakespearean actor, Billy Chase. So if you're in town, if you're in Cincinnati, go see him in Richard III. It's an amazing performance. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm going again, second time. Can't get enough. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Keep breathing. Lots